Hey guys, I just thought I'd do a quick update on what I've been doing because I haven't been putting content out for a little while. A lot of it's got to do with the whole COVID thing. I've also been working my ass off. But besides that, I've been trying to look for opportunities to get out and do some testing, and I haven't really achieved that lately. So hopefully that'll ease up soon. But what I wanted to do today is just to show you that I have received the new shipment of kukri from Kotang Kukri Handicraft. There's been a couple of changes in my plans of what I was going to do with them. So a lot of people were interested in the Apiron range. Now, you would have seen some footage of the Apiron Bowie knife. This thing is a beast. It's a substantial blade. Weighs in at about 580 grams because it's got a massive tang coming out there, and it's a beautiful, beautiful blade. Could be lighter though. So this is the prototype. We're going to make it a little bit lighter, and I reckon we could get this down to 500, maybe even less, as far as weight goes. But it is tough as nails. I've beaten the absolute crap out of this. You can see a bit of marring on the edge there where I've been batoning it and chopping with it, and it stood up to everything. Hasn't even lost its edge, which is great because Kotang, obviously, they're doing their oil quenching now, which is fantastic. I will be testing that a lot because I'm very interested to see in how their quenching and tempering is going with the oil. But what I really wanted to show off today is the Apiron Siripate. Now, this thing is awesome. It actually came with a zero convex, and it was so sharp, I was worried about rolling the edge or chipping the edge out if I was to use it heavily, how I normally do. So I've re-profiled the edge, and I've spoken to Barun and told him that on all the rest of them, he should re-profile the edge on them as well. Comes in at about 700 grams, big blade, 14-inch blade. But I believe it can be lighter. I believe we can get it down to about 650 grams. So we're going to try that. But the handles are different between the two. So with the Apiron Siripate, you see is a massive palm swell, and it's on all directions. Very comfy. No hot spots. I can grip this as hard as I want, and it's perfectly fine. The finger choil is substantial. People ask me, why do you put a finger choil on your 14-inch blades? It's so you can move your hand up and get two-handed grips without added weight from a larger handle. So anyway, neither here nor there. I'm going to give you a quick flyover of the sheath system and everything because I believe that we can lose some weight off the sheath of these as well. And creating some content for you guys to just keep you up to date with where I'm at, with what I'm doing. I am still thinking about you. I am still doing stuff. So this here, there's a lot of weight in that. We're going to try and make that lighter. This, very, very light. That could probably lose a little bit of weight as well. It's quite a thick Chakmak. Still razor sharp, but it's too thick. So I'm thinking of making that maybe 2 or maybe even 1 mil thick, so it's for your slicey stuff. And the Chakmak they've done a fantastic job with. So anywho, I thought I'd show you those. I'm going to see if I can make this an ambidextrous type sheath as well. It's a good sheath, but it could be better. So they're the prototypes of Apiron, the Apiron range. I may add 1 or 2 other variants into the Apiron range, and it's going to be one of my flagship series in my business. The other one is Dark Star, which has not come out yet. Barun's working very hard on it, and it's going to be sort of more smaller, compact, partial tang. So with the Apiron, it's your big, thick, heavy, beefy, hardcore sort of beta blades. Even though they look beautiful, they are designed to be very hardcore, I guess. And then you've got the Dark Star, which is lighter and partial tang. So they'll be pinned partial tangs, which they're still strong, but it's more about being lightweight, as light as possible, and hitting as hard as possible, if that makes sense. But if it doesn't, it doesn't matter. They'll be coming out soon enough, and you'll get to see for yourself what I mean. So they're the 2 kukri ranges of my business, and there are more things coming. So I've got tomahawks, axes, machetes. I'm actually working on the machete now. You would have seen that on the feed. Belt knives, and maybe a couple more Bowie knives, but not many. I think the Apiron Bowie is excellent in pretty much every way that I like. So there might be maybe one other Bowie. There may even be a Dark Star Bowie. We'll see. Anyway, guys, the only other thing that I'll say is that I will be doing a dedicated review of my Ancient Ocean Jasper Natural Whetstone from Gabriel Warren. It is outstanding, but I will do a proper dedicated review for that because he's been copping a little bit of flack lately. I can tell you right now, the dude's legit. And if you can pick up one of his stones, he's actually got a budget option available now. So get in while you can. Yeah. All right, this is long enough. So I'm going to let you go. But thank you for your dedication. Thank you for touching base with me and checking in on what I'm doing. Keep doing that as much as possible. If you have any suggestions for me or feedback for me as well, totally cool. I would love to hear your feedback, whether it's constructive criticism or otherwise. All right. Thank you very much, guys. Catch ya.